I can't wait to do the Savage version so I can get a
Wow,
weapon upgrade for a job I can't even do the Savage version on.
yo.
Smile.
I can't wait to get a token that I won't actually be able to use because I don't do enough of the other content. Cool. Why'd you spell Aloalo in the party chat? I can't.
You told us to.
Well, I couldn't switch the tab to the game. I had the other thing out, so I needed somebody to spell it out loud is what I was asking for.
Oh, you didn't specify that.
I know, but like I usually don't think I can look it up in the game. Alright, how do I keep this again? Aloalo and islands. Let's just run in there, run out. Easy win. Easiest dub of my life.
And if we're all gonna get the mounts right then and there, right? So we don't have to come back here, right?
That would be something.
Like,
There's no crazy stuff we need at the beginning, I don't believe. So, food and we'll go.
Ow.
We'll do be doing that. Big sound stance and stuff.
I swapped off with engrage right before going in, so. Cool.
Neato burrito.
Good? You kill them quite fast.
We are pretty good again.
Pottage.
You bought it?
Why not?
Behind him, and then be in front of him. Or to the side.
Oops! Auto target thing? My bad.
Oh, my bad. Wow. Nice mechanic. Out. In. Actually, kind of like fighting this guy here. This is a way better spot. Easier to see stuff.
I'll keep this guy here then.
Whoa, wait.
Oh!
What the heck happened? Did I get double pushed into something? I didn't need a res. One of you can res me.
I can res if you res. On your right, someone listen.
I need to save you guys.
Alright, he's gonna send your burst here. Oh! I died.
Res over. Yeah, we burn everything. I needed the resource when I come back. Jeez.
Easy.
Okay. This guy's all basic stuff, right? We don't have the diagrams or nothing for this. We do have markers though. It is this one here.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna count down.
Goofy looking markers.
Oh, 63k. Watch my tech be like 50 something. Oh, 73. Okay, better.
I didn't crit nothing. They should restart.
Supports on 2.
DPS on 1.
Yep. Hello.
Hello.
I got chase.
Oh!
I thought we were doing the other mechanic. Or you have to like dodge the sides. Why do they look so similar? You know, we have like the rings are around the outside, the arches. I thought I saw the arches, but maybe I'm tripping.
I think you're tripping.
Do they start as arches and then spit out bubbles? Like a bubble wand? Or do they just spawn bubbles?
No, I think they just spawn bubbles.
Yeah, maybe.
Come in.
I always forget that that thing's an actual mechanic.
It's 40 here. Supports on 2. Supports 2 DPS 1. Stacks first. Oh! Oh, just kidding.
Huh?
No, I saw the magic bone, and I thought I got hit by a bubble, but it was actually just me skipping my spread.
Yeah, I didn't even see my spread, if I'm being honest.
Resource mechanic. Come in.
This is what I thought we were doing.
Let's grab. Just go to bubbles.
Default bubble crab. I need to swap.
these things.
Dead. Oh, nothing? Oh, we got lucky because of the orientation. I was in the air when it
I
swiped.
didn't think I was that quick.
Perfectly planned. We're dividing now the lines. We're gonna be stacking them.
You're not recommending this, Chris? Okay, so I said
Oh!
too late. No. Sorry.
You definitely said that after the mechanic resolve. I didn't even know you could do that. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh my gosh. I didn't pause. Over here.
49K.
Could it in over and double down on the miracles?
And explore.
Let me help the guy out.
DPS 2. DPS 2. Supports 1 DPS 2. Inner outburst.
How did you live? Oh.
I wasn't sure if it was necessary or not, but
Crab.
It might have been. Guess I'm gonna borrow that and put it on here.
maybe that's still what it is. It's not soft.
I need a swap.
I need a salt.
I also
Oh, we all need a
on my
salt?
name.
I'll go to C.
Are we on?
North, south, right? Oh
Yeah.
shit! Fuck.
Oh my god. We all had to swap it, didn't we?
Yeah.
I swapped with the first person that I called it just to be fast. But that was rather unlucky. I'm super curious to see what like the party
reset the
finder strats
instance.
are.
Or no, you don't again.
Do one more.
I
Let's
have
just-
weakness. Hold on.
You have weakness?
I mean, it's just Snake's Prio. It's literally Snake's Prio. Like,
Yeah.
if we wanted to, it would literally just be, like,
So let me die
You guys
to
should,
this.
you should back out of it. Bro is looking at you. Wait, can we dodge the first mechanic? If we stay outside the arena?
I don't know about that one.
I know that you can pull the boss outside of the boundary, but it'll like reset if the first damage goes off. Something weird like that.
I believe in the double jump crit this one.
Surely.
Oh, I hit a 96 km attack.
Have you tried melding tenacity?
Supports 2. Everyone wants it? Oh, no, DPS 1 supports 2.
Oh,
Yeah, then roll.
At least you're close enough to take this out.
that was
Oh, okay.
Waffles.
Spread first.
We were just outside of each other's range. I'll res her. I didn't want to walk into you like AoE, so I walked to the edge of it.
East west. Okay.
We're fine.
So,
I need a swap with
Just you guys.
let's see. That's
I don't have a space.
Oh, I see.
That was my spawn. I think it was in my.
No. I went north to resolve the fact that they were both in the south, but I keep forgetting Muriel's a ninja and will stay at the butt of the boss no matter what, and then last minute scoot you to a spot. So I adjusted for somebody that didn't need it.
Where are you
Are
setting
we
her in there?
resetting or?
Yeah, we'll just reset this. Dang.
Oops, I forgot partner. Haha. It's okay. I'll just put it on after this.
We're not gonna melt this boss now.
I can just do it right after I do my hands.
Ooh, we got both.
Oh?
Could be interesting. Okay, if we didn't take it and the twister spot, probably could have lived.
So I did a fan dance and it happened to scratch everyone.
So, about that.
I did fan dance 4, which is like a corner theory. Creeps.
How many oopses are we gonna have?
Just enough to scare you, but not too close. Monk L, etc. Are we sending your stuff?
Yeah, just whatever.
Oh,
Oh! You should be setting your cooldowns.
just ahead of time there.
Yeah. You're more efficient than we are. I can't help me.
Oh, what? It like sucked me in. What? See that?
Wait, you got pulled into it?
What was that?
Yeah, he was standing right on the border, like at the gate. So it's like to pull him in instead of push him out.
Markers.
Sure. Alright. Countdown.
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Next, 31. Oh, it DPS on 2. Supports on 1, DPS 2.
Tragedy strikes again. Downturn pattern from Muriel, I got him. You guys like not connect to your thing? Looks like it's close.
Spread first, spread first.
Oh. Yeah, they'd start with portals before the bubbles. I knew I saw something.
You're crazy.
There's definitely little portals. They're not the same as the other one, but these ones are bigger. War.
Over XD. Yellow just got some bubble crab. Yellow on. North south?
Up sprint.
It's been a knockback mechanic.
With the other team doing knockback immunity.
Only if it's back first.
Back at it, buddy.
I'm coming!
Going across.
I'll take it off.
I'll be in the south. Careful of the bubbles.
I got stuck in the one.
It's incoming. Oh wait, he got it. Oh, never mind, we're good. He, Shikuchi. He does need a
Muriel?
rest.
I got Muriel.
Don't press anything, real. And there you go.
Supports 2. Everyone on 2?
Oh, I fucked up. Oh, wow. I did.
I haven't seen him mess up. This is my favorite part of the entire dungeon. Is this little bit here.
That's what it's gonna be. Alright. Ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Auto reverses the balance sword.
I'm using a bot just to compensate. Stay away from it. Away from front. Away from front.
Don't get seen by this guy.
Careful of AoEs. Careful of AoEs. Taking him behind the blue. Gonna cast an Isle drop after this. At some point. I think. Maybe not.
Don't AoE banana, don't AoE.
Take this guy in the middle, right?
We take him here. We're just holding him. The other guy's going in the middle.
I want to forbidden Fiend Dance 3 so bad there.
We just stay right. The other guy will eventually make his way over here, but he'll be dead. Nice. Big.
I really like the ads, the second ads from the first Crittering Dungeon. That one was really funny too. The one that they're also like patrolling the hall.
I hate the first ad too.
The way that was so funny.
Isle drop. Careful where it's dropping.
Struck me in the aisle.
Oh yeah, you used to be able to just like respawn like during the first ad, so I
Yeah,
remember
we
you just
just-
pull them all to the spawn and then
Yeah, we pull and
just-
spawn, and then every time as we spawn quickly. I have my stuff in. I guess he isn't.
Yeah, it'd just be easier for me.
Just chill back here then.
Hey, why'd you steal the boss? Are you just hanging back?
Yeah, I have my resources.
I
Feathers
probably
and
should have done
stuff.
that too, actually.
Yeah, I have like feathers and like 70 gauge on saber, so I'm not
I never thought
gonna.
about it that we don't all have to.
Huh.
I didn't really thought about that.
Yeah, I definitely have to do that if I want to have all my big skills.
The only thing I was missing was Bloodfest, but I only had like 30 seconds left or something, so by the time we actually got it going, it probably would have been fun.
I had a bunch of things missing myself.
We got pinned the
Oh.
image for regular and cursed.
Is that-
I will
Regular is
call it
pretty
as
well ingrained.
cursed.
Cursed
Yeah.
is pretty cursed.
If you're on the lookout for it, it's both twos have the stack or both ones and these have the stack. But I'll look out for it, so don't worry
There's
about that.
also the other thing. Let me find it.
It's like right underneath that message.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So if you
pin it as well. Pin the message. Oh yeah.
Alright. Cool.
I'm gonna pin everything that looks important at this point.
Let us know when you're ready, please.
I don't think you want that one pinned. That one was not correct.
It's not? Oh, no, that is not correct. Alright,
These
well,
are things that look important, not that it.
yeah, it looked
Yeah.
important, I tell you what.
Yeah.
The
Alright.
other stuff is fine.
I think we know how to do that one. It's fine. Alright. I'm gonna count down.
Yeah. Go ahead. I think I can pot on this one, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we'll be needing any super ethers right off the bat. We just get damage down if you fail.
I'm gonna show all these feathers for my opener. I'm living large. Real? Is real?
That's on his right.
Yes.
Now we do orbs, right?
Yeah.
Orb, then him, then orb. Orb is in the south.
He's fake.
So that is going to be on his backside.
Oh, oops! I turned left again. Dang.
thing for you right here.
Alright, Masha debuffs. I'll call out if it's cursed or not.
Is that already here? Oh yeah, planar tactics.
It's fine, it's fine.
Can you use more?
Oh, I won. I'm coming.
Are you faster, Muriel, just because of your passive?
It's possible.
You were catching up to me. That was kind of funny.
Maybe orient yourself.
Personally, I feel like they should make Ninja even faster than that. That's just me.
Alright,
That
we're
little movie speed like actually saved my life before. Like multiple times.
doing the lineup thing now. Remember, you're gonna get a -1 for whatever shows up here.
Horizontal.
Boss is real. It's gonna be behind him. Careful the.
Oh, I forgot the blue.
Oh,
Ah!
I'll get her.
I forgot the blue engrage as well.
Careful the dot coming back.
Touching anything?
Okay. Oh, this is happening again.
Yeah.
Systemic.
It's a dude spawning, right?
Oh yeah, we orient north to wherever the guys
This
Oh, they're behind
is
us.
Different.
are. Ooh, middle group. We'll do banana on the outside edge. Oh shoot, actually, how does this work? We're not gonna be able to go up this.
No, we're.
Oh yeah, we. Can we? Yeah, it goes right, other way.
Oh, you got.
You have invuln there, right?
Miri has a sub. Muriel has a sub. I got Muriel.
That's fine, that's fine. I didn't think that was gonna resolve it the way it did. But I guess so.
Yeah, we just hadn't seen that pattern before ever. I think we like figured it out.
Yeah, we talked about it, but I didn't believe it was real.
Kill me.
Carrying wolves.
Yeah, I have limited resources because you guys.
It was like pretty much the start of it.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, this is the mechanic as the first of the 2 orbs spawning.
Starting was a little bit different. But
Yeah, just like.
it's the same as the double. Yeah, it's the orb.
Yeah, it's the orbs, yeah. Orbs.
In front of him. Just kidding, he's dead. I think that's the easiest boss to do. There's like things that'll kill you, but you can't fully wipe unless you mess up that the fire mechanic.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's just. I think the hard part of that is just like the visual overload.
There's a
with
lot,
the
yeah.
spinning it. I think just a 10-second countdown.
Give me a
Missing
second
things.
to get the markers.
Oh, you wanna restart? Oh, well, I'm getting back here.
I am
the-
set with what I got.
Text 45. I think I just reset.
Lots of stuff.
Ironically
Get
enough.
off my gear though. Control.
I will shield myself in the back here. Good luck, guys.
Save us! No! Please just watch us die.
Oh, yeah, I'll res you.
Alright, what's my prognosis?
Alright, is there
Yeah.
anything? We got everything. Everyone knows what we're doing for everything.
Yeah, it'll
Got
probably
the
take us a
thingy
minute
bobble
just
More
to
or less.
remember it all, but
Yeah.
relative north for the stack.
Turning my head
When it
to
comes to
looking
the planes, trains, and automobiles mechanic, and then the dartboard with the fire spins, we are doing relative north being the other colors. And that's where one person that has chains and a thing underneath them will ideally go. It's going to be a hectic call. If someone feels unsafe and they have a chain and they don't hear the things that they need to hear, or they think the chain's not going to break,
Kill yourself.
you know, for
For
the sake of Prog, please kill yourself.
For a second to clear.
We'll do that. I am potting in the opening bit, so hopefully we don't need
I'm supporting
anything
also.
for...
Simply
Wow.
kill the boss.
We will simply kill the boss.
Oh, 50k.
Watch out for the landmine! Oh, it's the very end of the fight.
90k. Are we clearing this pool?
I can't remember if the boss does a lot of damage. Let's find out. Nope. He's weak. Spread 3.
Alright, 3.
Almost forgot how to call that. Spread.
Spread. 3. Bombs.
Yeah, we'll stack with the bomb. It'll be dead center save, guaranteed. Oh, called it. How does he do it?
Red one stack.
Yep.
Middle is not safe.
Isn't that one not safe?
I don't remember how.
Just come to me, come to me. Wait, which one was not safe?
They're all safe.
Oh, I didn't stay on the right color.
All reds.
Outer space.
I was trying to make room for banana and stand in the right spot.
I was good.
It's one.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
pushed,
one
it
spot.
pushed me off my safe spot.
Oh, I forgot this happens.
Just
Oh
reset it.
my god.
I couldn't heal us back up while also doing the mechanic there.
Not really any damage there until after.
Well, I have to knock back immune, which takes me out of stasis, which means we all have to like get healed up right after. I don't know. It was weird. The darts through the middle also do hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Get hit by him, yeah.
It's not a lot of damage. It's like,
Usually I just
It's
take
also
it.
very little.
yeah, it's like 4-digit damage.
When you get res, you don't have the luxury.
Come down.
That's nice.
That was just a weird one. I think if we get that instance again where it's like the one island on its own, I'm just gonna not use that.
Oh my goodness, I just hit 111k. Holy.
Surely we clear that.
That's amazing. You have to clear this hole?
Stack 3. this pattern here where there's one small little safe spot over there, I think we just don't even use it. Like in the dark wards over there. Red 5?
Red 5, yeah.
Middle is not safe.
Get your color. Surprise balloon.
Glitter, no glitter. Sugar hat. Fine.
That's spreading.
Stack in the middle.
Back in the middle. Good enough. Good idea. You have to look for a relative north. Remember the hands have to move early. Relative north is
There's
between 1 and B. I will go towards A.
I have face.
Did you stand on C?
Yeah, I went all the way to C.
Did you hold? I never left A. No,
I went to C and then tried to go to my spot.
Try to focus for this one.
There's probably like 2.
2. I'm going to 2. I suffer so close.
Wait, hold up. Oh, we got enough people.
Face, can you raise?
I can res.
Muriel?
Muriel.
Muriel. I don't have res. I don't have res.
Is she casting? Oh, it's casting a move. Oh my god. We could potentially get up. I don't have a lot of MP. I have to hold.
I don't have a diva, but 2 guys have the same one.
Main phase have short and so main phase just dodge the first thing.
Dodges.
Stack forward. I think the stack is just one way. Ready stack forward. Main phase dodge to forward normally. And then we spread through one stack. Or no, main phase have to march before. I said it back.
We march to 4, yeah. Where is 4?
It's south. Direct south.
So I'm gonna go towards the 3-ish. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
dude.
that was so fast.
Wow.
We had to like know exactly. where it
Yeah,
was.
I know. I was trying to remember where it was orientation-wise. This fight is how long? It's just long enough. I can't pot in the opening bit. I potted in the
don't
opener
know,
and then
man. This
when
dartboard
I
mechanic.
rezzed.
But we didn't even know who had the
Chains?
chains until like everything already started spinning and it was just fucked. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. There's something that we're not getting to see it ahead of time, but I honestly just don't even think we can.
I like the changes.
'Cause who
When
am I-
you called where relative north
It
was,
was-
I didn't even look what I had. I just went east because I knew that was the most odds I had to being correct. And it
I
worked
had
out.
chained.
But
Well, I knew that I had chained. I called that I was going north, so I don't know.
when did you know? No, you did,
soon
y'all. I
as
heard
it's-
somebody call north.
I said yeah. I said I'm going
But
north.
the chains didn't appear literally until the AoEs already started going off.
Well,
That's the
the
problem.
chains
So it's
appear,
like-
and then they give you the debuff the second that the AoEs start moving. So you have to start moving when the
No.
debuffs
The
move.
chains did not appear until the debuffs started moving. Or like maybe like
I mean, 2
1 second
seconds.
before.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you get the thing above your head. Yeah, you don't. There's not like any time, but the debuff
so you have to
itself
like
for
you almost
movement.
you have to like figure out all the spots beforehand so that when it appears you can just go. But like that's just cursed. I don't know.
We could sack
we
somebody
can
now,
try it,
knowing
but-
if we know a relative north spot, we could just sack the other person, whoever has a chain that's sackable. And then the other people can just always go like east or west. Actually, they could always go south technically.
So like in this case, like, yeah, we need to call where north is, and we need to call.
Either east
I
or
mean, I
west
guess
for the stack.
ideally call, yeah, and then when the chains appear, like, just quickly someone has to call north, I guess. But
Yeah, you do have like 2 seconds to call dibs.
yeah, it's pretty, but that's it.
I still
guess.
don't know how our chains didn't break with Muriel and I.
I feel like the chains just aren't coded properly. They're not breaking.
I stood literally at the border on top of A, and I did not move at all. So unless, like,
I
you,
mean,
Jace,
grabbed-
I
you
mean,
might have
in
got
that
to see
case-
ahead of me and then went to 2.
I
or
mean, in
whatever
that
it
case,
was.
the safe spot was between like 1 and B, right? So you didn't really want to be directly AC. You wanted to be like, I don't know, like.
Like 1-3.
Oh, was it?
uh,
It was between 1 and B, right? So we wanted to be.
Or was it
between-
2 and B? I don't know. Something like that, though.
I think
So
it was
we wanted to
between
be,
1
like-
and B. So we, instead of going
so
like
we wanted to be,
AC,
like, a little clockwise.
we
from
still have to
AC,
go-
Or counterclockwise.
You still have to
from
go
AC, basically.
directly across to break the chain, but it still didn't break. So I don't get it.
yeah, I
Did you
went.
guys start too far apart, or?
It just seems hella scuffed.
we're
I don't
both in
know,
the
but I
middle.
think this is the best we got.
I think that's the only way to solve it, honestly.
So-
It's not
Yeah,
to be-
no, it's
Are we
just-
doing?
I don't know.
Are we doing the halvesies where if the safe spot is between 1 and B, we go for the missiles in between C and 2 and in between 4 and A?
Yeah,
Because
I
if we're
mean, I
if
feel
we're
like you
slightly
have
off,
to.
it's not gonna break. But
Yeah, I feel like there's no other way you guys are both gonna get to your safe spot unless you go like.
yeah, because I stood on
Directly
a cardinal.
east-west.
I went and stood on A, just try and break it
Yeah,
because it's the
I
safest
feel like the
thing,
problem with
like-
that is then.
I didn't have
Fizz, 'cause
enough
then
movement.
after you break your chain, you're gonna have to go all the way to like.
Yeah. I didn't
Forward
have the
or
ability to
something,
get to
so-
my spot.
Yeah.
I was just trying to break the chain and resolve the mechanic
don't know.
easiest.
Yeah, it just seems hella scuffed, but I feel like that's the best we got. So.
All right, we'll try and do halvesies.
All right.
Maybe it's like an inertia thing. What if we break the chains
Inertia.
by moving fast? We carry the momentum. I'm not potting, and I will be sackable later on. Hopefully.
Let's
Spread six. Middle C.
are stacking here.
Middle is safe, middle is safe.
Make sure you're on your colors though.
Oh,
They can be in the middle. They can be in the middle.
I'll be one in the spread.
some march spread. Two.
North is 2. So 1 in. Oh, in between.
I'm gonna go
A
to
and A.
3. I'm gonna go 3. I touched the fucking wall!
It's good
I got
enough.
chance,
I'll get
I
it.
got chance,
Alright,
got
okay.
chance.
Yeah, it's gonna get a bus here.
I will grab Miracle.
We did it. I touched the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if the chain was gonna break.
Chase and Real have buses. Okay, blue unsafe.
So,
So D.
Stack needs to go to A.
I'm going D, I'm going D.
I'll go south.
Don't stand on blue, don't stand on blue. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, but we can stand on different colors.
I don't have a res.
Yeah, we did like everything else right, but it was the colors that like. There's just so many different things to try to keep track of it. It's just
We did break the thing correctly. Banana, did you get hit by something or walk into a wall?
The colors just wasn't right, so.
So you did break the chain and resolved.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
Muriel-
died to, here. I died to, like,
Muriel, the only thing that was done wrong there was that Muriel
We
and
both
Banana
stacked
both
it.
had dartboard and they both went red. So, and then I also was on red with Muriel. So
I thought both the enumerations got the dart.
I was on yellow at the end of it.
it's like random as fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's I guess like the order.
I mean, we can still kind of do our priority system.
I guess you
and
get
then you have
the-
to flex though if the color in the middle is different.
Yeah, we can kind of soft prio it, but I guess like we should be trying to call colors for the two dartboard players like right when the thing appears.
Oh, can they?
'Cause
They
the-
can do
the-
it
the-
ahead of time, right?
yeah,
The
that was
orb
ahead of
appears
time, yeah,
before
yeah.
everything else. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
dartboard. I guess the
Okay.
order of operations would be check dartboard colors, or like check for debuffs and call colors. And then once the rotating AoEs appear, we can call where north is, and call where the enumeration goes.
Yeah.
And then when chains appear, the chains can call.
Last minute call. Which way they go?
Yeah, so it's colors, and then north and enumerations, and then chains basically,
And then res. Call reses.
and then res. Yeah, and then call reses. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna count down.
Dude, this
Call-
mechanic is so goofy. This feels like ooh.
Yeah, I knew like we didn't have it figured out necessarily, but I just called don't stand on blue, and I was just praying that like
You know, it was a
it would
good
just work
call
itself out, you know
because
what
I did almost step on blue and I stepped back. And I
I was
lived.
just hoping. Like I didn't look at the debuffs at all, but I was just praying.
One of these times it'll work. Spread 6.
Spread 6. Spread 6.
Breadsticks.
Breadsticks. Snack.
Breadstick snack, I like that.
Keep in memory where those positions are, because you'll need it later.
Yeah, you want to like think about what spot it is before they appear.
Middle is safe. Snack.
This is snack.
Huddle up your snack.
Snack time.
So I'm gonna try to call like where the pizza slice is, like as soon as I know what number it is. That way I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't like along the south or west.
When it gets that hard mechanic, I don't remember what's ahead of it. But I'm doing some sort of party thing. I can't focus it up.
Spread two
Spread
snack.
two.
Yeah, spread two.
Yep. We're gonna rotate. Middle's unsafe.
Middle is not safe.
I'm really on blue. Middle is not safe.
Are we just all in the bad spot?
Oh, yeah. I need you to go in more a little bit.
I will res, I suppose.
And you can miss.
And then I'll try to sack later if I need to.
Oh yeah, 2 in stock. So March stack.
You always like go through the bosses a little bit.
Let's go. My reaction is there. This doesn't actually matter that much. But,
Alright. We should pop sprint to break these things, shouldn't we?
north is between 1 and B. I'm gonna go.
I'll go 2C.
Oh,
I'm going 2C.
all res Maria.
Where was this safe spot for us? Is that not right?
Like I don't know.
I don't even know how that resolved.
It should have been like a little bit like 3 and 4-ish. Okay,
Red and safe.
Pop
I'll take
colors.
blue. I'll take blue. Red is unsafe.
2 Bs north, 2 Bs north, and
I'm going
you don't
north,
just go west.
and I am blue.
I got hit by the fucking
I'll be yellow.
I don't have a res.
I should have 1 res, right? Oh.
I was
We
running the direction
can't.
I
We
was
couldn't run.
Wait, what happened to me there? Was that?
We have to resolve the mechanic ahead of that, like perfectly, because otherwise there's
Wait,
too much
what
for me
happened,
to
you guys?
heal up. We didn't rotate out of the fire afterwards.
Okay, so by the time the chains appeared, and I went out south, the AoE had already rotated like all the way into the spot where I was supposed to be going. So,
Well, you're supposed to be able to have enough time to break your chain and then rotate away from it. Is that not?
chain? No.
Is that not the case?
No.
I couldn't
I
get a
went, like,
full angle, so I had to do an assumption on some of that.
I went like straight south, and when the chains like the AoE started rotating before the chains actually like the debuff actually went on. So by the time I made it out to the south, like the AoE was already just there on me. I got shit on. So,
So should we do the other orientation?
I don't know if that's necessarily any better, but because then it's the same problem, but for the enumerations. So,
Well, enumerations don't have to worry about breaking a chain, so it's...
yeah, but they still have to be in a spot, and
I definitely think that you need a north that starts on an Exa because otherwise there's no way to like hard set the mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be some sort of a solid point.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
reference.
In our like strat to north, like there would be an X, there would be an
You go the
enumeration of the new north.
or the enumeration.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Because if you do that, then one of the chains just gets blasted on their way out by the fire. I think we keep running the way that we have it planned, and I just have this inkling that we're doing something semi-wrong, and that this strat will be revised when we figure out a little bit more on how chains work. Because there's no shot that this full distance crap is how they designed it. You know?
Alright, just run it. Fuck
I
it,
think we
guess.
run it. In worst case, we just kind of get a perfect run up until the point we get there, and somebody sacks themselves to get 3 people through res. Yeah.
Yeah, this shit seems hella cursed. So.
Like, a big thing is I need to survive both of those mechanics as best as possible, because I can heal everyone up to full no matter what has happened outside of like the general damage that's been taken.
Six. So the safe spot for the pizza slicing is maybe like northwest-ish, like
Maybe on
4-ish,
four.
kinda. Just practice that for later.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy. You know, we could redo these markers to be based on like iterations of 6. I don't know if that makes this fight any easier. Yeah, you guys can hold middle and Dan and I can spread out. Or we could go the same.
Is this towards my spot? Thank you very much.
Yeah, what did we say? Let's make the caster move. Not a big deal.
Nice bird.
Stack 5 spread.
So maybe like 3-ish later.
We can stack
Middle is safe. Middle is safe.
Rotate to your safe color though.
And, so it's 5, which is gonna be like 3-ish, right?
5. No, 5 is like between
5 is where I'm standing.
3. I guess more stuff might be.
I guess it's like closer to B-ish kind of.
Yeah. Oh, it's literally the
3
split
is still
difference.
safe.
We are spreading after this.
So yeah, the inner cards are like safe, but it's kind of like on the border. Alright, we call north. North is 3. North is 3.
I will go to 4.
I have a safe spot. Like,
Close.
I got Muriel. I got Muriel.
I'll use this time to LB.
At least it's time to heal everyone up.
Just call colors.
On red, so
Blue and yellow.
Phase yellow, Muriel, blue.
north is between B and 2. I will go between
wait,
B and 2.
north?
No, I'll go stop. I'll go
Okay,
stop.
okay.
I'm just going this way, I don't know. No! Oh, we can res through maybe?
Nope, I don't have the rest.
You know what I realized?
Oh, this mechanic is fucking stupid, man. It's actually annoying.
I did realize something, because you're right. The south does get covered up before the thing happens. You get pushed out of the right colors, though, the way that we've chosen it.
Yeah, no, the way we have it just does not work. It just simply doesn't. We would need to like rotate the whole thing like 90 degrees or something.
All right, let's
or, like,
let's just do sack strat for the 38 minutes we have. Do I need to be alive for the end of that? I think the answer's no, but I'm trying to think is we probably want whoever has already used their res. Like, who should prioritize resing? If I'm saving my super ether, I can die during that mechanic. I'll use my res like ahead of time, so if anyone goes down beforehand, I'll res them. Then I can ideally sack myself during that mechanic if I get a chain. I will be able to get res back in, super ether, heal everything up, and we do the final little weird mechanic, and hopefully kill the boss before anything else happens. Does that sound
Did you just
about
died
right?
a damage chase, or what was that?
We probably put another marker
can
on a different
look.
color.
Because I was on blue, you were on yellow, right? Face.
I walled myself.
Oh.
I feel like we are not close enough together, which is why one of us died.
What
But
did I die?
Good question.
I don't know.
Let me see. I don't know if when I walled it, put my marker on a weird spot.
I think you just got hit by one of the AoEs, by somebody else's. Like you didn't. I don't know, man. This shit is just it's dumb.
I hate it. It feels
don't
like,
know.
why is there like 15 things going on at once?
Actually, you know what? I think I understand. I think I understand this fight a little more. I think we're doing it wrong. Okay, so hear me out. This is a little weird, but I don't think we're supposed to think of this arena the way we're thinking about it. Right now, there's 8 markers around the outside, but this entire fight is based around thirds, like 6s. So when the things spawn out, we were right now putting the stack, the enumerations, and the 2 other people, like as if it was a, like in the arena right now in the game, we were putting the people that were doing the big exaflare stuff for the fireworks on A and C, and then the other people were D and B. But realistically, we should be making a triangle. We should have like an A2-3 scenario going.
Yeah,
So
but you also need to be straight across from each other to break the chain.
Well, we do. So like that's the part that we still have to kind of figure out. But I think these markers are misguiding. Like it doesn't even line up when we do the planes, trains, and automobiles part of the fight, where they send all the hands and stuff.
Sometimes it does.
Well, sometimes it gives you
Much better.
1, but in the last one we just did, it was like we had someone that needed to go to 4 and someone that needed to go in between like 2 and B. Like it wasn't a perfect line across.
Yeah, I mean I get what you're saying, but I don't think that really like.
Is there a way that
I mean the markers might not be optimal, but I still don't see how that gives us like a strategy.
I'm trying to think, is there a way that we can resolve the part where we put people on opposite sides and then have the enumerations go to the other quadrant? Because realistically, we should be able to have a situation where one person that goes the north route, right? If we're breaking the chains in that last mechanic, they need to go into the north, whatever we said is relative north, and then they need to follow their AoE. And the other person that goes directly south is gonna like be chased by an AoE, some sort of. It'll resolve their setup, and then the enumerations would need to go into the other third.
Yeah, I mean there's
of the
3
arena.
safe spots, then you need a group in each. I mean I think that's.
But the way that we were just doing it, though, we were putting the enumeration in the same one as the person in the south.
not the way that we had it planned. I mean, if you look at the image I just posted, there's 3 different people or 3 different groups and 3 different safe spots. It's
Is
just
that
that
right?
the AoEs started rotating, so it doesn't work. But I mean, the idea was
Oh,
there.
okay. No, I see.
It just doesn't work that way. But I mean, yeah, you definitely need to be in 3
it's
different
goofy.
spots.
Alright, we'll sack strap.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just cursed. I
I'm
feel like we just run it back until we kill
starting
it.
to think that this is designed to intentionally make you fail if you like think of it in this way of eighths. But I don't have like a solution on hand right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull it for all around.
I want to count down. Oh.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I was making sure everyone is. Why did I pre-pull that?
Oops. I was playing tank there.
Oh, please last. I think it lasts. Alright, good. Spread 5.
So it's gonna be like D3-ish.
Exactly between. I've learned this. I do think at some point we'll end up switching our markers to just be the 6 safe spots. I think that's how they
It's gonna be a stack, right?
we are
Stack middle.
yeah. I just looked down and saw 5 spread, but that's from the last one.
Spread 1. A is a safe shot. Of the spread. Watch these rotate. Spread. I'm gonna be on blue.
I will res.
That's shot. Oh, it still does your
Reset,
thing?
reset, reset,
That's
reset.
I just lost track of the bombs.
I was a little confused there too, to be honest.
I also lost track of bombs. I just walked in when I needed to. I was like, screw it. Stand in a relatively, I think, safe spot. Does it move the same amount of times every time? I think it moves 3 times.
No, I think it's definitely I've
it
seen
random?
3 and 4. I think it's always 3 or 4.
Okay.
But
Because I've tried to predict it, be like, well, if it moves however many times, then it's basically just walk into the unsafe spot, and that will become safe. For like my casting purposes. But
I don't know, my whole brain just fucking shuts down when we get to
and are you going the long way or you're taking the shortcut?
she said 1 sec.
Oh, I see. I read that as 1 stack.
Well, she did say 1 stack.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't even read the other one. Because I read the word 1 and I assumed it was like the same thing in my head. Ugh. I kind of want to, in theory, craft something real quick, if I may.
Sure. But
I have the other
don't know.
markers. Actually, we know C is exactly opposite, right? So we
Yeah.
can do something like. Do you think this is like in between? It's gotta be like here, here-ish.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
I just don't see how changing the markers changes anything. Like, we still have to have a strat.
Yeah, I mean this is ideal for like later.
Why don't we do A1, 2B, 3C?
A1, 2, 3.
2B, 3, yeah, why is it like a random purple?
Oh, I guess I could do.
Doesn't matter, I was just wondering why you didn't do that. It'd be easier to call it off, I don't know.
I just chose markers that have like distinct numbers and letters and stuff. So 2 and B are
Awesome.
really hard to say. I think this is easier to like articulate.
Alright,
Oh,
we just pull the boss.
You want to try the old markers then, or?
I don't know. I don't know what difference it makes.
We could try this.
Alright, calm
I'll
down.
just do the old
This
ones.
is about to give
Oh,
me.
oh, that's a little awkward.
You want a full reset, or?
That's fine.
Spread one. Okay, he's gonna be safe.
Oh, it's friendly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Back, middle.
My favorite mechanic. Spread 4.
Follow straight south. Make sure this one watch the bombs.
Middle is on safe.
Spread. No, not safe. Four. That's gonna be C. March stack. Call north. North is D4. Or no, sorry,
No,
north is
north
1B,
is
1B, 1B, 1B. Yeah. I'm gonna go west. Oh god, my missile.
I'll get the rest.
I mean, the chain broke open. I was still just in a bad spot.
Yeah, we don't have a solution yet for that. Alright, we're doing the hard one now. I'm gonna overmit this.
I'm going on
North is
Blue?
2. North is 2.
I'm going away.
I will go south.
I don't fucking know, man.
Can you res?
Who do I
Bust.
res? Who?
I res.
Okay, I'm resing banana.
I'm last. You have invuln if you need it. Save.
No,
you
I
guys are-
pop it for that.
Pick up. We're all gonna be back, and I did save stuff for this.
I still have a res.
Back on who has short and long.
She's
Short.
gonna have wall.
Short is Miraline.
Phase and Mary are gonna march into this safe spot. Spread
Spread,
one.
spread one safe.
Safe spot is gonna be A.
That is
The
the
spread. Muriel and Phase are gonna march to A.
spread right now.
Spread, spread. Muriel and Phase march to A. Don't worry about these bombs yet. It's for later.
Kill it.
Kill it! Just kill it. Just fucking kill it.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Dude, I don't know, man.
All right, that
This
last
shit
bit's
is-
not nearly as bad. 'cause the
Maybe we're
bombs are
still
late.
just missing something, but it still just seems fucking
Yeah,
dumb.
let's get a
I don't
picture.
know.
Let's get a
Last-
picture and
last
look this
mechanic
frickin'
isn't
thing
bad,
up.
but the two
Oh yeah,
before-
let's stack in a way in the.
In the
Oh,
way
yeah,
the
like
picture,
that.
in the picture, in the picture.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the
Okay.
picture looks like.
It's like this. Alright, sit to reset and then jump.
I don't know what my thing
Nice.
is, but
Aw.
Holy. I don't know.
that was a fight.
Maybe
let me
maybe
tell
we
you
are
what.
just still missing something with these chains. Maybe that's like the crux of the
We're
issue,
gonna look
but
it
I
up.
don't-
We'll look it up.
I don't know, man. It just seems stupid.
It was so goofy.
I didn't even feel satisfying. It was fucking glad.
Did you both do the same emote?
No.
Oh no, you didn't.
I
Okay.
did it. I
It-
did a
the
different one
start
from
of your
usual.
emote was the same.
Oh, it's personal spoils, so I can open it, huh?
You can.
Oh! Fucking coins. Coin
All right,
club.
please.
It's
I've
like getting
suffered
strange.
so long. Please.
It's like getting strange coins from your nightfall.
Yeah, we got some strange coins right now,
Yeah, I got strange coins from my fucking nightfall strike again.
brother. Brother, this is some harsh realities. I'm gonna just put this in memes, because that's what it is.
I got some coins. Wow.
Dude, I'm wondering, like, I have a feeling that the guides are like, I don't know, maybe at this point, obviously it's been like a couple weeks now, but I just have a feeling we're gonna look at guides, and then these guides are gonna kind of just explain like vaguely how it works, but like the strategy, I just have a feeling is not gonna be
You have
like
to be able to
that
do
much
it in
better
like,
than what we're already
Savage.
trying to do.
Like I don't know how you do this shit in Savage. It has to be like a thing that just works every time.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, but like I just have a feeling the guides are not gonna like be that detailed. I don't know. I mean, obviously it depends whose guide you're looking at, but I don't know.
PF strats pace bin here.
Somebody
I will
explain to
this
me
to
these
guys,
tethers.
I'll link it in a better criterion. What is this? Boss 3.
Boss 3. Presence 1, downtime mech. Alright, let's see. Let's see this one.
All right, read it out to me.
Bombs always spawn on a fixed pattern, a regular pentagon with 1 point directly true north.
Hey, this is what it says for that. Identify the color the orb is on. Look for the line AoE starting on the 2 colors on the outer ring of the arena, not
Whoa,
covered by the
whoa,
orb.
where are you seeing this?
In the pace bin, you just scroll down.
Blue is
Yeah.
marked.
Okay. So this is a new north. The 2 colors that's not covered by the orb. So you got
Oh, that's
that.
for Darkboard
We
2.
did do
I thought
that. We did do that.
Yeah. So the third step, pre-position slightly east-west, DPS west, support east. Check if you and your roll have darts. chain spread east-west. GPS west supports east. If you have a dart, take a step south. Enums go north and leaning slightly east-west. So we,
What kind
so
of?
I, so my strat was
You're
right, okay.
you're right. Yeah, you got the color thing right. But did we rotate the right way? Oh, the way you said was right.
If both you and your role partner have darts, flex to the other side.
This is so
Wait,
Jake.
what?
You want the
If both-
chains to resolve at the last minute?
Enums go north, leaning slightly east-west. If both, like, why does that matter? Why would you have to go to the other side if you both have darts? I don't know, man. I'm still
guess
not really
you are
satisfied.
right.
This still seems like stupid.
I wanna.
And
I
also,
wanna watch
it's one
the
thing if this
video.
works, but it's another thing, like, how are we meant to figure that out? Like,
All right, somebody posted a video.
I mean, obviously we had the idea, like, obviously we had the image even for it, but like, the fact that like everything is all just at like random times, it feels like, or like, I don't know, man. It just seems stupid. It just actually seems stupid.
Okay, well, for me, I am satisfied with the fact that we came up with the strat.
They accepted one. I don't know if it's the correct one.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the other thing.
I don't know what they were cooking up.
Because it
when they
still
made
doesn't
this.
seem like.
If these chains were a little more forgiving, I would have fully agree with what Banana had set up.
I guess like
beforehand,
my point is like, okay, I see this strat and I like understand what it's saying, but when I read it, I'm not like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm just like, okay, like, I guess that could work depending on how the timing of everything shakes out. But it's not like something that I could have actually come up with without just like, like trial and error essentially. You know what I mean? It's just like, I guess I could see it working maybe just, but I don't know. It just seems really stupid.
Oh, you swap if both.
Yeah,
Dude,
so the
these
tip of the
chains are so dirty. I'm watching the video that the raid guide like references, and they literally have like a Reaper dash to the outside and stand there while the other person breaks the chain. And the second they do, they take a slight step and everything resolves. Like there's no time to do anything.
Hey, do you see in the pace spin the raid plan on 4? They have the person like not even go directly like west. They have to like you have to slightly go south and then go to the west and you follow
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you can't go direct, and that's why I was
Which is-
thinking
I
it's not
figured
right.
like page 4 in dartboard 2.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit just seems stupid.
I just don't. Well, I just honestly, I feel like there's no other really way to resolve it from.
Wait, it's in slide 4? Like what? Hold on. Slide 4 is like what we were doing basically. In this raid plan. That's literally exactly what we were trying to do. Genuinely.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't like.
How did we resolve it this
But
last time?
it just doesn't work. It literally just doesn't. This is just cap.
I feel like it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like we didn't. I know it's hard. We were just trying to do a lot of things at once, so we'd have to go back in and actually test. Like I think test it individually, right? Like
Okay, so
not just individual, but like go in and be like, okay, for this one, we're just gonna see if breaking the chains works if we take this path, and we'd have to try it. And then we wipe, right? Because the other 2 people didn't do it right, which is fine. And then like it's like, okay, that does work. And then like, I think we had to like find each information piece by piece, or do each like strat piece by piece, and then like put it together. You know what I mean, right? Like, okay, let's test the chains for this, and then, but I don't know. I do think there's no other way to resolve this.
I wanna share with you just how we cleared that, just to really emphasize how great this mechanic is, right? So this thing sets up. I already don't have my res because I used mine earlier, like we talked about. This thing shows up, it's yellow. I found blue and red, and I think I called that it was at 2. But there was still like a panic of trying to figure out which colors and which way to go. I think I called north. Somebody else called it, so I ended up just going south. And
I just
we literally all just ran and pick a random direction, okay? I
Yeah,
realized
just-
this tether is not gonna resolve. So I just like, screw it. I walled myself before I got hit by fire. Chase realizes things are going bad. Invulns, Muriel lives.
I
You
didn't
live.
think about.
And we just rezzed out of it. We did not do
didn't
the
li-
mechanic at all.
I did not. I was just like, dude, this is fuck. I didn't even think about it. I just fucked off somewhere and pressed my invuln. Like I literally didn't even think about where I was going.
That was
I
the
just went
most
and invulned.
skipped mechanic
was
I
it.
think we could have gone with.
I literally just picked a random direction to run and then invulned.
And I
Because I knew I didn't have an AoE, so I was like, oh, fuck it. I just invulned.
I fully committed to myself dying in that, so I saved Super Ether, Lucid, and my whatever Addergall thing, the Riz mechanic, Riz button, just so I could heal everything up afterwards. And I think
No,
I,
okay,
like,
but
AoE
so-
healed everyone back up.
This raid plan here, I'll show you guys. I'll show it to you guys from my POV. But this raid plan is literally precisely what we did or what I did, but it just didn't work. Like, let me screen share it.
Sure. Some goofy stuff.
So if you look at here, I'll link the pasteman just or the raid plan. But if you look at slide 4 on this raid plan,
Yeah.
that's literally like exactly what our plan was basically, right?
1 sec. Slide 4 on. Yeah, the one that
On the
we're talking about
right.
already. Yeah.
So that's in this POV. That's exactly what I did. I had a chain, and
You had it.
like
Oh, this is not the clear one.
no. This is just a different
Okay.
one.
Okay.
It's she's hitting red, so I'm looking directly north right now, where blue and yellow is on
Yep.
the AoE. So I went directly south when my chain appeared.
Well, this is different than slide 4, right? Because slide 4 puts north is the enumerations.
That is
Well, no,
correct.
it's the same. No. But look, but I mean,
Conceptually, they all are the same, yeah.
yeah, like I mean, yeah. In this case, the way we were doing it, like D is north on slide 4,
Sure.
but it's the same.
Same.
It's the
spread.
same setup. It's just they're like looking at it a different way.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm looking north, and when my chain appears,
And
I go straight south, but it's just not safe. I'm
No,
just
no.
dead.
You did not go
Okay.
south.
You did not go direct south, we think.
Direct south would have been between red
in
and blue
between,
there.
yeah.
But you still would get hit. It still
Yes,
does get there before you get
Yeah,
hit.
and that's why they.
I
That's why
guess
they
I was a
reorient-
little crooked, but
And that's why they reoriented to like where Inhumans go to the new north, which is like the same north that we were pointing out.
So that's
and
where you
then-
no. But
invuln.
slide 4 is not what they're doing though.
No,
That's
not
what-
what it
the
has
reason
on
they
slide
set
4.
the enumerations as the true north on slide 4 is so that the other person that would normally get hit, the one that's going relative south, that's like the D marker there on slide 4. They're kind of scooping in behind it instead of going what would be like in between 4 and A as like a relative south where they would get hit by that AoE.
Because they don't have the enumeration going to the
Oh, wait, actually, no, I know
This-
what you're saying.
it's the safe.
Yeah, if you
like,
just pretend
the
that
north
D is
north on this
north.
mechanic is D on slide 4.
Yeah, okay, I got
According
it.
to the way they've described it, north is D.
Yeah, the way that we were planning.
The way that we were planning
Yeah,
it,
D
north
was
is D,
north. Yeah.
and B is south, and they have the enumerations like east.
Yeah, how do they break it instantly?
But it just doesn't.
there's a
It just doesn't work.
there's a freaking thing, like a video that.
Wait, what are you
somebody
talking
posted.
about north?
Let
Wait, what are
me-
you
Look,
talking
B.
Let me
like,
share my
the,
screen
like
of
the,
it.
the dart is hitting blue, right? So north is whichever is the AoE that's hitting yellow red, right?
I want to share mine. I
Which
have
is
the,
D on this image.
No, which is A on this image is what they're saying. No, even in the pastebin it says here, look for the line AoE starting on the 2 colors along the outer ring that's not covered by the orb. So
Exactly.
just-
Yeah. So it's yellow red.
So if you join.
Oh
mine-
no. Okay. Here's the problem. The dartboard. This diagram is just the colors are messed up. Cause look, D has yellow red too.
And no, but they're going to the one where the line AoE starts at, which is what we were saying. You know what I mean?
Wait,
It doesn't
wait.
really matter the colors
Well,
because
the line AoE isn't starting at A though. The line AoE is starting at D, and
In this image, no, it's starting at A.
Oh
on
wait.
slide 4 on the
On
image.
slide-
Oh, if you go to
Slide
2,
3?
slide
On
2.
slide 3?
Okay, I've been talking about slide 4 this whole time.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but on slide
Oh,
3.
starts.
Yeah,
okay, well,
4 is
okay,
the
that's my
rotating.
problem. It's already started rotating. Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I didn't get that. That's all you had to tell me. Okay, so
That's what I'm
slide,
saying.
He was
slide
kind of
3 is
saying
the one I'm supposed to be looking at. Okay. You didn't tell me to look at slide 3 though.
Yeah.
No,
Until
I said.
just then.
No, I said. No, I said look at slide 4 and how the chains are, how the DPS chains moving. That's what I was referring to. I was referring
Well, yeah, I
to-
thought slide 4 was. I thought these were the starting spots for the AoE.
You're not. That's not what
It's a
I
similar
said.
concept. It just has them.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty valid assumption, no?
No,
Like,
no, it's a valid assumption, but that's not what I was referring to. That's not what I said. Yeah, yeah.
Who created
okay,
this?
so this is
Yeah.
the starting. Okay,
If you guys
so
are
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
my screen I'm sharing on Discord, this is the video that's linked in the paste bin of somebody doing it correctly, and correctly I'm using with air quotes that you can't see. But this is, they're explaining how it all works, right? But they've set up that it's blue, they look at red, yellow, they're gonna put the enumerations on red, yellow, they're gonna put the other people, one's gonna go east, and because of the way it's rotating, they can go immediately. The other person that's going west is going to
it kinda
duck
snakes out a little
behind
bit.
the other thing.
Yeah.
So watch
okay.
just how this resolves, right? So they're just hanging out, right? They're outside of the thing to like prepare and see who's got what. They see the chains, they go back middle. And then the second it goes off, Reaper scoots over, sits there, waits for somebody to get to the other side. They're hiding behind the other fire. It goes off, they slide over one. Barely in time. And then this guy has to run away from this fire immediately. That's where he's pausing.
I mean, okay, I guess then sure. I guess it works.
It's like, it's
Yeah, I mean, I
goofy.
guess that's
This guy
It just
Reapered
yeah,
his
it
way
just
over.
doesn't seem. It's not like an elegant, like satisfying solution. It's just like
And look how close he is to getting hit.
I feel like the only way you figure out that this works is through trial and error. There's no way you're like
Well, we figured this
Like-
part out for the most part. Is just the color wheels are kind of a weird thing, and the tethers are just not nice. If the tethers broke at a slightly shorter distance, then I would be fine with this mechanic, because you could break them by going out and then slightly adjust without having to worry about
then
being at the edge of the arena.
bombs always spawn in a fixed pattern.
I mean, the last bit's
So what are
pretty
they-
fair.
What are they doing? I'm trying to look at the claw mechanic too.
Oh,
What are they? So I feel like they're doing like the same thing we were doing.
bomb patterns. Wait, what is this for? This one, right?
Hold on. Okay, salves always spawn on true north cardinals, the safe edges of the arena are always.
Oh, this is just bomb patterns. I don't know.
I feel like it's not like showing who's standing where. Like, are the circles enumerations? I guess. Is that what that means? Chain pair break at the two inner cards that are the other.
The scuffed pattern. Ooh, they have a scuffed pattern. 2 ways of solving. Dude, I wanna talk to Kat about this, because she's doing savage right now of this.
So I guess for the pattern where the bombs are kind of in a line with each other, they aren't making like the spot by itself north. They're making the spot like. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm tired of looking at this. This seems stupid as hell.
some bull. Why do we say that there's 2 ways of solving if you're gonna put this as like a party finder strat? Oh, it's
See,
in
they're
case of-
not. So like, the way we were trying to do it, we would have the enumerations like straight at the top of this image, right? Like straight north, basically.
Oh my
from this
gosh,
POV.
it's
But
Based
they're having
on
the
the-
enumerations like in the bottom left.
This is the problem that we had where Muriel was dying but I was living, and it's because there's the bombs are independently placed from the little hands, or the Stona AoEs. They're not like aligned with symmetry.
No, yeah. I mean, I kind of knew
So
that, but I
creates-
thought it would be
creates a
okay
bit of a tilt.
anyway. But I guess it's not.
Dude,
Video.
how-
For this guide, it said, "Oh, yeah, I don't have any footage of the last mech." Like, why the fuck did you like upload this video? Like, what kind of guide is this? You don't have the footage of the last mech. What the
Well, what's the last mechanic? I assume it's not the one that we did. Because she still has to do, like, the rest of her gun. Or no, is it? Gives you bombs, and then you probably resolve trigger happy. And then AoE, dead? Something like that?
Probably like last like actual mechanic, not like.
So I think we almost.
That's weird.
I think so. At least according to this raid plan, we were doing this mechanic correct for this pattern that you're looking at right now, Phase.
Yep.
But we were not doing it correct for the other pattern, I guess.
So in this pattern, this is the solution where you put them in the north, you put the other guys east-west. If it's the cursed or scuffed pattern, as they say, then you have to identify, based on where the wizards spawn, you have to identify the one that has a close wizard to it, and that's where these guys go, based on the geometry of the equilibrium.
What the fuck?
No, you
There's
find
no way.
you find so of the bombs that are exploding, you find the one that's sitting on one ring, right? So in this case, like the one on the
Oh.
west.
I see.
Yeah.
And
Are
then
they both on one ring?
this
The
one's
other
on.
one's
I mean, the one's a little closer, but
that's what I'm assuming. That's what it's saying.
yeah, the one that's.
It's on the orbit. The other one is at the intersection of two.
And then one of the chains goes to like the lone safe spot, and one of the chains goes to like next to the enumerations, basically.
Yeah, then you go full north-south relative of where we
Alright,
were talking before.
Listen, guys, I'm gonna say it. This fight's fucking stupid.
You know what? Hey, hold on.
That's
Let's just get a base take. It's
I
a base
don't,
take.
I don't know, man. I guess. Yeah, I don't know, man. This seems stupid.
Gosh, man, this is.
I think maybe it's like the flavor of this, where it's like I feel like usually when they make mechanics in this game, there's some sort of symmetry to it. But in this mechanic and the
There's just
next
not.
dartboard mechanic, there's not symmetry, which makes it a little bit like
Well,
weirder to solve. You know
I
what I mean?
feel like if
right?
things
If the
also-
chains
I
weren't
feel-
there, this would be fine. You know,
I
you
feel like
could
also
pre-position
both
out.
mechanics would be like okay if they weren't so fast and they weren't so like not forgiving. Because then you would be able to like
True, like res
kind
through
of
and see
use
it.
your eyeballs to like just kind of game it. You know what I mean? But there's literally no time to just game these mechanics, and
Like-
there's no room for error on these chains. So you have to be like exactly across from each other.
Yeah, this tank and this melee right here, if they just went straight to this safe spot based on the diagram, they would all die. Because the
I
chain doesn't
think-
break.
I think it's like if the chains were a little bit more lenient, we would be able to.
We would have
solve
had
it?
this done last week.
You know what I mean? Like we were able to solve it better since I don't. But the fact that chains take so long to bring, by the time we want to get to like the spots to try out our strat, it's like oh the chains kill us.
We probably would have had this done in like 3 days entirely. Instead of 4.5.
I do think that we were kind of being misled on the first one when you thought like the chains wouldn't break when
We
we
did
went through
this.
the cardinals.
We did this on our first attempt where we tried to go opposite. I went to like one of these spots on the side and you went to another spot and we didn't break
Yeah,
it.
but then
we
we were
said
on
it
the
doesn't
yeah,
break.
and then we were under the assumption like you were like saying like oh no it didn't break because you walled yourself or something or like or it only broke because you walled yourself or something blah 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 and then we
Well,
like kind of like
in those
stuck onto that.
cases, we never actually went true opposites. Like I've went back and looked at it. The only time it ever broke is when you either killed yourself or when we tried to go opposites, we never fully
No,
did.
but
And this doesn't
Chase
break.
pointed it. Chase because no, you and I went direct opposites, but then we walled, or
Yeah.
you walled
We
and
did-
I
well,
walled, and
that's when
that's
we
why
figured
and
it
that's why and that's why we know that's when you thought no, it only broke because we walled ourselves, and
Isn't
then
it?
so we had and the Chase looked back and said, no, it looks like it broke right before you guys walled yourselves.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I
Oh.
do think it
I see
also,
what you're
like,
saying.
I don't think any of
So,
us,
yeah.
like,
That was a client.
I know
side
we definitely
thing.
tried, like, once or twice to go, like, direct, just like, okay, this pool, we're just gonna go directly AC regardless of anything just to try it out.
And it still
And
didn't
I think
work.
we definitely, like, I don't think any of us were expecting that it was gonna be that, like
Yeah,
max
we were like,
distance, you know what I mean? So I think we all kind of like, okay, it didn't break, so like it probably just doesn't break. But
yeah, we were like, kind of like misled until Chase pointed it out, and then I was like, okay, let's just try us just disregard everything and just have the chains go directly in AC, no matter what the pattern is. And then it broke, and that's when we were like, oh, okay, so it does break, but it just breaks like at a really, really
Dude.
long distance, and
I'm actually upset. It's just
And-
dumb. I don't know.
and-
No, it's
I
dumb.
think it's just dumb.
I do think that if the chains were a little bit more lenient, it would have been better. But I mean, and like I said, like I do think like a lot of the mechanics in this game are kind of like symmetrical. And I think as of late, the designs are more symmetrical. And this, I don't know, according to the PF strat and the strats that we came up with, like
They do
It's just
try
like-
some goofy stuff in these dungeons notoriously, and then this helps them
I don't know.
figure out if they're gonna do like raids like this in Savage. Like they did the guitar strings mechanic from before. They've done some other like kind of goofy things with boss moving and stopping and cleaving at different positions.
Cause I mean, I had like I said, like, and when I was telling Chase my strat, like I had the right idea, but I kind of under the assumption that like we wouldn't have to do like this weird like, oh, but then the person on the new west has to go a little bit south and curve, you know, like I was like,
Oh, for
I would
this.
have never thought that, you know what I mean? Like it's just like
No, I definitely thought this
that
was
kind of movement, cause that never happens in any other chain mechanic in this game. Like you know what I mean? Like we always go directly like across or you know something like that, or the chains don't take that long to break. You know, what I mean?
Yeah,
You
it's
can
kinda
throw it in at real
goofy.
or something. You
like
know,
you're telling somebody right now on this diagram they should go to D, which just looks the worst, right?
yeah, cause
But
like in recent fights, there's like P12S Part 2, Endsinger has changed the what's the newest extreme? The Abyssal Fracture, whatever extreme.
Zeromus?
Yeah. They all have a chain mechanic that doesn't require us to go like, oh, the one person has to go a little bit like curve inward or outward, and then like.
I mean, the
go back
goofiest thing
to
they
the height,
had
you know what I
was
mean, right?
the black hole in
And so-
Zeromus, but that was a max melee thing you could do.
No, but that's not
Like
that's not a
it
chain
had
mechanic.
like a good.
I'm just talking about chain mechanics, right? That was
Oh.
presented in Endwalker.
I was just saying, even that example, it was a goofy like solution in a way, because you could just have somebody stand way on the outside or sack somebody or whatever. But like the idea that it was perfectly in max melee range for them to be able to do the mechanic without any downtime, like put the idea that there was thought into it. This one doesn't feel like there's thought, other than how do we force somebody to do it the way we want them to do it? And that's to put them on the outside of the edge, give them 1 second to react, and stand exactly where they have to.
But yeah, no, like I'm saying, like there's no chain mechanic in Endwalker has made us like do a like funky like curve in movement. So like I myself would have never thought would have to do that in this fight, given these chains. You know what I mean? Like even though I
Well,
had the right pre-positioned solution,
The
I would have never
alternative.
thought, oh, like
This is
this
what
person has to curve inward. Like what? Like you
when
know.
Chase died to the south thing, like he was just showing us. And if we pretend like in this scenario right now where D is north, if the tank goes south to B, they're gonna get hit by the one from A and 1. It's gonna hit them, right? And I was kind of mentioning like what you could do is just have everyone go like directly north south, like we were talking, and then just have you rotate one over, and have the person up here rotate one over. It effectively does the same thing as this curve, but you keep the line straight. in a
Yeah,
way.
that's something we thought of, right? Yeah, but then
But that's
like I
still
was saying,
because you have two people moving.
no, but like that's what that's like okay, like fine, understandable. But like for what I'm saying is there is no chain mechanic ever that makes one person go directly cardinal and the other person go dip, like or go like
no.
making one person
The
do
closest
a
thing-
completely different movement or like a slightly different movement. Like
Closest
every
thing you've
chain
got is,
mechanic in this
What's his face?
expansion has been straight across. And like I say, like I'm just saying it's probably a skill issue on my part when it's coming to like when it comes to
No,
solving
you're
like
just
a
expecting it.
mechanic. Yeah,
They've
but it's
trained
I
us
just
to expect
expected it like, oh, it's just two people going directly across
You
from each
know-
other, not one person going A and the other person going
Remember
slightly
Light
south
and
to
Dark?
C and then going to C.
The light and dark mechanic. Who's that boss? Themis? I don't remember his name in the thing. But the Themis fight. Is that 11? Pandemonium 11?
Oh yeah.
The light and dark mechanic where like there's multiple ways to do it, but you have to like stay at a set distance from each other, or you have to be like a certain closeness. And depending on how you resolve that, sometimes one person's moving, sometimes both people are slightly moving. Now that has a lot of leniency to it, but it kind of is the same concept as this, where it's like it doesn't really matter how you get to the safe spot as long as you both have the exact safe spot in mind when the thing resolves, with meeting that criteria of distance. That's about as close as I think you're gonna get.
Well, that kind of mechanic is like the blue tethers and Christmas tethers in Omega and T. Like maintaining the distance.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think
No,
about this
it
as
wasn't-
being a blue tether that has to pop at a really long distance, then it's effectively the same concept.
No, but it doesn't require someone like I was saying. Like when you think of burning chains, it's like, oh, you're moving it, you're stretching it directly across or
Opposite.
stretching it in a long enough distance, right? But like I said, like with the given mechanic, with everything else is presented, it just didn't seem like for me, like I never thought, oh yeah, we'll have one person dip south while the other person still goes directly across. Like it's like that's like a little that's like for me like
Yeah.
a funky way to resolve a mechanic, But and like I said, it's because with every chain mechanic presented in this expansion, and even in Thornton, no one kind of curves, right? And even in Thornton, the chains don't require that much of a distance to break. That's another thing too, right? Like we would have never thought. Well, I would have never thought to do that because of how much distance required to break the chain, and how quickly we felt like it had to be resolved. I would have never thought someone would have enough time to dip,
If this was a circle,
behind the AOE and then get to the slot. I don't know.
if this was a circle
I've
that
never
only
thought
reached
that.
half of the outside, then you probably could just rush straight out and JP dodge into it. But since it's a long shape, yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
gotta
like
get around it.
I think.
or
Yeah, I think I was
dancer
just.
en avant or something.
Yeah, I was
silly.
tripped up. Yeah, I was just concerned with the fact that like with how fast you felt like you had to resolve, and because we're also doing it the opposite in the first mechanic where we go to our cardinals first and then move slightly closer to each other. You know what I mean? Rather, in this one, it's like the opposite, or like there's this Starburn mechanic. So I don't know. It's like I said, it's probably just like me, like skill issue on my part. Like I couldn't solve it myself, but it is what it is. It is an interesting way
what
to
it
solve
is.
it. Maybe there is another way to solve it. I can't see another way to solve it after seeing what we came up with and seeing what the PF is doing. I don't know if there's another way to solve it that's more quote unquote symmetrical.
I
But,
think I would
I
do
just
this.
linked this dock and it's like the same thing basically. So like, this is just it.
Is any of this different from the strats that we've all set up?
Oh, for the prior
Helpful to
bosses?
determine
know.
safe
I
spots.
didn't look.
Oh wow, they did the whole 8 diagram thing instead of the.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
not
realized-
what
Logical
she
reasoning.
said.
You actually only have to look at for like you only have to look at the one in the middle and the one that is like oriented the same. You don't even have to actually look at the other ones. You just only have to look at those two, and then
Yeah.
you can figure out where the safe spots are. just
I
based on
think
those two.
our logical reasoning for that beats out the 8 diagram strat. The
Yeah.
rest of this is all pretty self-explanatory. I don't think you can change how you do it. LOL is the
Yeah, I
same
do
way.
think-
You just have to do it. Actually, what's the
It
strat
is-
they did?
As she said, it's not like logical, elegant, or satisfying. Just how like a person's like, oh, I will go slightly curve, and then you'll break the chain.
This is like the same as what we did, isn't it? where's our
This is
diagram?
different, actually. This
Hold
puts
on.
the 3 and 2 together and the 1 and 2 together. And
Well, that's
I
for
think,
the curse pattern, though. This is like the same as our curse pattern, basically.
Well, I think they do it the same way every time, but then depending on who has the debuffs, they might swap the 2s and which 2 is in which spot. If both 2s have the same debuff, it
What?
doesn't matter where they go. Otherwise, the 2s have to flex depending on who's a stack and not a stack. So this,
Wait,
if this
so if it's-
2 needs, this 2 is going to stack with the 1. This 2 is going to stack with the 3. If
It's like a
both
1
this,
and a...
if this 3 and this 2 both have a stack, then these 2s just swap. And the 2s are the only ones that ever swap in this case scenario.
Oh, I
The
see.
2s have to meet the
what
qualifications
if-
of the 1 and 3 stacks.
Mm,
But you always do this lineup.
is that? I guess.
You only flex if one has a stack and one doesn't. So if one stack is a two, or 1-2 has a stack and the other one doesn't, you have to swap.
What's going on?
Hello, cat.
Oh, we finished and we're just looking at.
We're looking at all the nonsense. I think this is
This,
alright. I like our setup a little bit personally, but
Yeah, I guess this makes a little more sense. I guess I don't know, but it works either way.
this thing, we already have an idea for this. I honestly don't even want to entertain looking at it. This is so stupid.
It's just dumb. It's actually just dumb.
They're still changing strats right now. Yeah, why do these chains not break?
They're just everyone says it. They're just very finicky.
Just
like
how? How are you supposed
you
to
have to
do
go.
this?
You have to go straight east-west, straight north-south, break the chains, and then move into the safe spot. So like on the first diagram on the left, you have to go.
Directly
I guess on
north
the
south,
on the
and
right
then you
side.
rotate the chain 2 to the right.
Yeah, and
Yeah, like
the second one, you have to go straight east-west, and then just move into the safe spot. If you try to go straight to the safe spot, the chains won't break. They're just
there was
super
a-
finicky.
This
There
is
was
like
a point in our prog where we just thought like they didn't break because
Yeah.
they just wouldn't break. No matter
I
what it
go close to the edge, and then I stutter step is what I do.
You
until
stutter
it
step like
breaks.
left, right.
No, I stutter step closer to the edge.
Oh, so because we've done that, we keep walking into the wall. Is the problem?
Well, I just stutter step just very slowly so that I don't walk into the wall, and then once the chains break,
I just feel like this is one of those.
I mean, we've
mechanics
gotten them to
that
break. It's not like they never
this
break.
this
but
present
it's
box
just
one is
dumb.
what PF does.
You like have to
Um,
have a widescreen ultra monitor or something to be able to see the other person too, to know the exactly opposite. You know?
So this strat is there's just two variations always. There's the tall triangle variation and the two triangles on top of each other variation. So it's either chains north-south or chains east-west, and then the enum is either going to be left or right or north.
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense.
You know how to tell where the enum goes though? It's based on the bomb.
Yeah, it's the orbiting
it's
or
based on the-
intersects.
Yeah, it's the
It's
one
based on
that doesn't intersect or whatever. The one that kind of sits on it on
That's so
Yeah.
a
goofy.
AoE.
I mean, this one's like kind of fine. The dartboard hell though is goofy.
This is I
You want
believe
to,
what
Kat?
they-
You want to see how we did it? I want to explain the.
I saw some of your diagrams. They look pretty crazy.
Check this out, right? So we knew exactly how this works. Okay, here's the
Uh-huh.
final mechanic. We call out. Okay, there's that thing. Our new north is
On
2.
yellow.
Right? We were gonna
Yep.
send the chains north and south,
No.
and then
you
the
send
other
them
group
east and
east or
west.
west. It doesn't fully matter. Like you can still resolve it, but that's just
It's
how
a
we
little
set it up.
easier to dodge, I think, is why they
Yeah,
send
yeah, yeah.
enum north and chains east west.
So,
So what they do is they do supports are always west and DPS is always right.
Yeah, I guess that is one thing that we kind of dropped the ball on a little bit, maybe. I feel like we figured out pretty early on that it's like DPS chain to healer, but then, or DPS chain to support. I feel like we never really like did anything with that. Like we didn't actually.
no, we
like,
we always did north south stuff.
we just kind
We
of
didn't really
like
plan it.
said call it. But yeah, we probably should have done
We had a lot
something
of
with
deaths
that.
coming into this though too, so it prevented us from having accurate information.
Essentially what you would do is you would call if there's a flex or not. So like if both supports have it, then the enum support goes and stands on the DPS side in the north.
Well, allow me
So,
to
like-
walk you through a better strategy, okay?
Oh,
So
is it
don't
not
worry about
always a DPS chain to a support? Is it?
No, it is.
Yeah.
But so the way they do it is like, see in this diagram, there's north would be where the enums are on the blue and the
You want to do this diagram? Oh, you
yeah.
mean-
So like, well, no, I mean this is the same strat. So like here you can see the melee. Well,
which one do you want? This is the start of the mechanic.
okay, they must have changed it since we did it, but I guess they're doing DPS west and supports right. But essentially, so the dartboard is blue, north is A.
Yeah.
So see how the melee would go stand on red to the north. And
Why are these chains out?
There are 2 chains.
You don't get the chains right away though.
It's just showing, I guess. But
Okay.
essentially, the range player would go stand on the red to the left of D, and the tank would go stand to the green to the right of B, and the healer would go stand to the north on the green. And if it's a flex, the enum player flexes because it's easier for them to flex. So like if both supports have it, the healer would just go stand on red on the DPS side. And that resolves that.
I have no idea what you said, but yeah.
Because essentially you only need 2 colors, right? Because it's blue dart's already there. So you just need like red and green. So you can't, like if both supports have it, they can't both stand on green. So you have you have the healer go
because
and
both the
stand on the
healer-
DPS enums. Yeah, so the healer would stand on the melee if they needed to flex.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes
Enum
sense.
is just the easier job, so it's easier to have the enum people flex up in the north and just have the chains always go on these, you know, southern half of the halfway mark of the.
Oh, okay, I see.
Fine.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So the chains
This
just
is
have
a fake
the
healer.
chains don't have to look at their debuff. Basically, they just have a fixed spot,
They have
and
a
then-
fixed spot, so
or
the
they don't
chains
have to
are
think about their
all-
color.
Right.
So the enums are the only people that have
the
to worry about the
enums
color.
swap.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
see,
if
I
you're
see.
chains, you just always go into these spots regardless. You're obviously still trying to move with the arrows, but the enum people will swap. So if in this
see.
scenario, the melee really doesn't have to swap. I don't know why they did. I mean, you can both swap if you want to, but really you only need to swap.
Well, that melee needs to swap. The healer can stay there, right?
Well,
Did
I'm
even
just
say
saying.
who has the?
Because the melee has a dart, which is going on yellow. This one's going on red. This one's going on blue.
Yeah, but the healer doesn't have to swap in
The
that
healer
case.
can
The
stay.
healer doesn't.
Yeah,
the
the healer could be
doesn't
on
have
either
a color.
color.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
They could have
Yeah.
stayed.
We,
on
we
the same
kind
one.
of thought about it in our group too. Like, if you call for a swap, it's really not hurtful if both enum players swap. Really, only one needs to swap. But if it confuses you, you can just have both enum players swap spots, and it's fine.
Okay.
But
But I
essentially,
saw-
that's the
yeah.
only time you need to swap is when it's the same rules.
It's
have
actually
the
safer
darts.
if you don't, because if this person forgets, they just kill both red. And then you don't want to swap
No,
over
because
to
the
that
reds
side. and
the
all
reds
three die.
don't have a dart.
Well, I'm saying if like the healer swaps over here and this person forgets, then it's 2 on red. All 3 people die because they're all on
No,
red.
they don't, because only 2 people have a dart. In this case, it's only the supports. If you don't have a dart, it doesn't matter what color you stand on.
Yeah, but the number of darts on the different colors, doesn't that increase the damage of that color?
No.
Is that how it works?
What? The
There's
number of
only
darts?
the,
There should only be 1 dart on each color anyway, so I don't know.
yeah.
I know.
So
I'm
there's
saying
only-
something that's irrelevant, but yeah, whatever.
There's only 3. You need to place 3 darts. One of them's already placed on blue, so you only need to place 1 on red and 1 on green in
I was
this
just saying it's-
scenario.
It's a
If you
it
don't
doesn't
have a
matter.
dart, it doesn't matter which pinwheel you
It
stand
shouldn't
on
matter
at
if you
all.
resolve it correctly.
I guess.
I was simply saying that if if right here, right, this person's going to red, they're dropping it on red. If this person forgets to move, that's now 2 being dropped on red, which means bad. But if you call a swap and this person decides to swap anyway, as opposed to just standing still and letting the other person also
So
come to
you're
them,
saying
they would
if-
kill 3 people by swapping. If
You're
the
saying
melee
that
forgot.
the healer, in theory, should
better
stay on
off staying
yellow
here.
in case the melee forgets to swap, so
Exactly.
they don't get bodied.
And let me
is
show
that
you
what you're
why that
saying?
is.
Okay.
Because
I
here's
guess.
how we resolved it, Kat. This is how the mechanic
guess.
resolves. Okay. What you do is you want to
trying
pull.
to save that one person.
This is what happens. Okay. When you pull out, right, and you realize this tether is not gonna break. What you want to do is, for the sake of Prog, please kill yourself, so that this resolves. Your tank invulns, okay, and then the one person that lives reses one person, and then the tank reses the other
2 of us
person,
lived actually.
and then you get
So-
through it.
The chains, what I do for my group is I count 1, 2, and then I say go. Because if you watch the AoEs turn around, they'll kind of go off once, twice, and then when you count to 3, that's when the chains like will snap into place, and that's when you can go out.
This is the guy that made the guide. He freaking waits for the chains to come out, right? They set it up, they go middle, And then they freaking cheat. They use Reaper gap
They
post.
cheat.
Yeah, they use the freaking Reaper thing to go over here, and they like wait. The chains break. They take a slight side step over. Everything detonates, which is this craziest 1 second timing. And then they almost forget to move and barely get out of the fire in time. It's such a silly mechanic.
I've never danced or dashed this, and once you get over the nerves, the chain part's really not that bad. But you gotta wait until the chains, you know, are fully snapped into place. And you gotta be standing on top of each other.
You have like client
I just
side
feel like my
latency.
problem with this is I just feel like everything is so like timing finicky that the only way you figure this out is just by like trial and error. There's just no way you're like.
I mean, if you
This
can't
is
see a phase,
stupid.
then I would count to 3, like I said. So if you go back and watch in real time,
What are you counting in 3? The fire?
go back. Yeah. So go back to before this.
I mean, you're talking 1,
No,
2,
no.
3, pulse the fire?
It's when the first AoE goes off. So like play it here.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, and you go out. Right there.
Yeah, but that still
That's
doesn't.
usually-
That's what I'm worried about. Is this chain falls off and he barely makes it over like to his other side. The only reason that happened though is because this person was already on the outside wall. This person, all they had to do was get over there. But if you have 2 people running out, they have to both get to the same spot, and then you have client side latency.
No,
on
if
whether
you
or
pop
not-
sprint for it, it's not
Well,
bad.
Square Enix promised me you'd never have to pop sprint for a mechanic. That's my biggest thing. I'm so
No, I
irritated
thought
that
it was.
this
I
mechanic
thought it was
was
arm's
built this way.
length or knockback immunity.
Well,
No,
name any
I-
other fight that needs sprint. Like there realistically shouldn't or isn't.
I mean, I'm sure you can do it without.
It's
just gonna
easier.
be
I'm sure
more
you
annoying.
can.
It's meant to
do
be
that, yeah.
easier, but
I
I'm sure
found
you
that
don't
if you
need-
wait too long to go out, that's where a lot of the trouble comes in, which is why I count to 3 for that, because it just makes it very consistent for when I head out.
we get out there
Um,
pretty quick. But sometimes we get out there too fast, even.
Yeah, you don't want to be too fast. That's why I would just go 1, 2, and then go out.
I guess
That'll
like
make
Chase.
it
I just feel like
consistent.
this solution's not the most elegant. I don't know, like I said with the whole chain thing. Like, I just think it's a little silly that that one person can go directly across and the other person has to like.
Finicky,
Curve into
curve
it?
into it.
Yeah, it's like.
It's hardly a curve in, honestly, because the fire is kind of like always moving. So you make a slight south, but then you go like east-west pretty fast. I mean, it's a matter of a second.
How do you think I guess the thing about having the chains just pick a spot and then the enums just figure it out is kind of smart. But
That sounds terrible.
no, I mean that's what this is. Yeah, you just.
Oh,
have the chain,
I thought you
the
meant
chain-
you
enums
just
are figuring out
YOLO'd
the
it.
colors.
Oh,
No, well,
yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
guess you don't necessarily just YOLO. You know, I mean, you can have a system for it, but either
Yeah,
way, the enums are the only people that have to worry about it, and they're right next
Yeah,
to
the
each other.
chains
so-
the chains are the harder mechanic. It's definitely like when you get enum, the strat is like super easy. It's easy for them to check the
Yeah.
arts and stuff.
And then I saw one thing. I don't know if it seemed dumb. I didn't get why. It's, like they were saying like the enums have to go south instead if they both have the dartboard, but that's just not correct,
That's not
is it?
true. No.
Okay, yeah.
No, they
I
would just
thought
do
it. I didn't. It didn't sound like it made
No,
any
because
sense.
they'd have
but
one on yellow, one on red.
yeah.
I
Well,
find
That's
it
what,
too.
that's what I figured. But
A lot
Wait.
of chain people struggle with orientation once
Where-
everything
where does
starts
it say-
moving.
Where does it say that, Chase?
I don't remember. There's like 10 different raid plans.
No,
and
it says
two
here
things
if both you and your role partner have darts flexed to the other side. I think the other side is meaning the
Oh,
other
it's a
color on the
role
same-
partner. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
thought the
said
other color
like.
on the same side.
I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
okay,
So
sure.
what I would recommend for the chain people, because it can get disorienting, you can like go into the wrong area as you're running out. When you see north, so like go back a couple slides, face. So like, when I see that north is A, and like I'm going, let's say left as DPS, I'm looking at the left side and I'm like, red is my color. Regardless of whether or not I get chains or I'm enum, I am going to red. So that way if I'm chains, I just know that like I'm going to the red pie slice. And that's where I need to put my dart.
Yeah.
Because you can, and the same for the support, you know,
Are you
when you
guys
look north,
doing
you
this
can
on
say
Savage
that
right
like
now?
yellow is my color.
What'd you say, Paige?
Are you guys doing Savage Cat right now?
We were doing our farm first, which is almost done.
How consistent would you say is the criterion normal? for like deaths and stuff?
With what, these strats?
With what you're doing right now with your group?
It's better. Mage wasn't getting chains for a long time, so he started wiping to it yesterday. But
Like, do you
yeah,
think
I'd
this
say
is
it's
realistic
consistent.
as Savage run?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, comparative to the other ones. This
Oh,
one definitely seems like there's more. Oh
this
shoot!
is-
You kill everyone.
I would say this is the easiest Savage of all three.
Really?
The ads are
Well, that's true.
super easy compared to
Yeah.
all of them. And
First
the
two fights are
only
pretty easy.
gotchas really is this last boss. So once you get the consistency down on Present 1 and Dartboard 2, you're ready for Savage in my opinion. Or at least ready to start progging Savage.
Yeah, that's fair.
The AoEs will hit a little bit harder, but you're on Sage, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Sage is pretty good.
But yeah. Just takes a little bit of practice. The last mechanic of the fairy, you'll probably see the beginning of it, but if nobody gets like a damage down or anything, and you don't have like a Mr. Happy clear, you don't really need to do the last mechanic.
The last mechanic being the like
The-
march.
the forced
into
march?
The force march, yeah. Like we practice it in our normal clears just
We had to
to
do
be
it.
sure about it,
Because
but
that was-
Well, we had to do it because we had like 3 deaths.
right.
But
in Savage
pretty-
you can't have that, right? So
Yeah.
in Savage you only
Yeah.
see really like the beginning of the mechanic.
We
You won't
did
have to
this.
resolve the whole
no,
thing.
well, even in our clear, we didn't see it. Actually, none of
Well, we
us
saw
got
this,
forced
right?
to march.
We force marched into the safe spot, and then it's just a matter of looking at where the
Oh, we
bombs
just killed
are.
it.
No, we can kill it.
Like,
killed
well,
it.
yeah, but like the bomb's gonna blow up, right? Like these
Right.
don't
Yeah,
rotate.
You have
You just
to
have to have some
march
people.
into the safe spot for the bombs, and
some people
also
just
for
have to march.
the
It's
meteor
harder if it's spread here with the bombs because you have to essentially call out where the force march people are going to be and the non-force march people are going to be, and it's just like a short timing for that.
But yeah, I mean, if we
Well,
did the
even
other
as they
mechanics
march, the other
perfectly-
people can adjust around it. So
But if you do Savage, you shouldn't see that mechanic.
Yeah,
So
I was
it's
gonna
not
say-
really.
Because
Yeah,
we only got
sure.
here because we had like 3 deaths and we had damage downs, and at first wasn't aligned because people were dying
Assuming-
at the
right.
first time. Things like that,
Assuming
so-
no deaths and you pot on the third boss, you wouldn't see much of that final mechanic in
Yeah.
Savage.
crazy. Did you see that I got the mount?
Did you actually?
No, he's a lion.
Okay.
We all got strange coins from
yeah,
from our
Chase
Nightfall
got
strike.
strange points. It was
I
really
got the mount yesterday. I was pretty happy about that.
weird.
Nice.
How much? What's it called?
Isn't
You
there
get
I
the
don't know.
fairy, don't you?
It's the
Or no,
Tiki
fairy's
Mountain or the Tiki Lion.
variant.
what is it called?
Did you guys see what we do for the first boss though, with the push crystals and stuff?
We
It's
have
like
a
a-
way
I
better
feel like we had a
strat
pretty
than
good,
anything
pretty
this thing
good.
has.
Ours is.
Did you make this
no.
dock, Cat, or is like this?
Yeah, I made this doc.
Oh shit! Okay.
No, scroll up.
This thing?
Oh, the
This
Quaquaw horn is
The,
20
the
now.
spring crystals.
We just had the whoever's getting pushed stand on 2, and then whoever's not getting pushed stand on 1.
This thing?
Or stand
No,
wherever they need
up
to be.
my description. I wrote. It's a description there. That part right here.
Thanks to range, north healer, melee south, vertical crystals are always also to push north south. Does this have anything to do with the center crystal? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then we have different.
It's based on
Vertical
where
crystal?
people's bed. So essentially, we know where people need to stand without having to look at where the safe spots are.
I feel like ours is pretty easy enough.
Okay, hold
I
on.
don't-
So
I don't-
vertical crystal. So vertical being
Columns. North to south.
okay. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
always only cut 2 and push you.
East west. Yep. So bubbles are the most brain dead. They just stand diagonal from the limit cut 2 crystal, regardless, and they're north south. And then the bind players just have a bit of if else.
Is that always true?
Yep.
Yep,
That's
for
how
the-
I've been solving it. Is the ones that shoot like sideways, just don't stand in front
Oh,
of
if
it.
you're
And
a
that's how I've
bubble.
been.
Yeah, if you're a
That's
bubble.
how I've been. I mean, not even that. Like that's literally how it's been solving it. It's like I just look for the ones that shoot east west, and I just don't stand where that's gonna be, and that usually like solves it.
essentially what we do is when the crystals come out, the bubbles and the bind players go and stand diagonal from the limit cut 2 crystal, and then if it's stack, we go, was it forward 2 squares from where our partner is standing, and if it's spread and both people are in the middle 2 rows, we go back 1.
So
Otherwise,
you guys
we
are doing it
stand on our
relative to
partner.
somebody else solving it. You solve
Oh.
bubbles. You solve bubbles first, and you have other people relative.
I mean, anybody can see where the limit cut 2 crystal is. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
vertical one.
No, I feel like the way
Entirely
we
get the
had it-
thought process, but I feel like the outcome is the same.
yeah,
Because the way we had it, we just like you can figure out the safe spots for the crystals before.
It's this.
Yeah, but
effectively.
with our
Before
strat, you don't
happens.
need to figure out where the safe spots are. I don't even care
Yeah.
where it is.
well, like
I
for
can
us,
see-
like
yeah, I
figure
think
out
that
yeah,
the
but figure
outcome
out
is like the same, but
yeah, the solution is the same, but figuring out the safe spot is so easy that I never thought to consider like, oh, you
Honestly,
know,
our
directly
melee
passing them.
has the if statements memorized at this point, so he just tells the bind players if they're going forward 2 or back 1, and everyone else just doesn't do the strat or doesn't do the mechanic.
so okay, so wait, so if stack
I
is
mean,
forward
did
2
we-
squares, as in
are we
forward, as in like
Relative north, yeah.
so.
So
Wait,
if you're
where's-
looking
where's
south,
north?
well, it's the way
Where's
you're
relative
looking.
north?
So
So if
many
you're
if status.
standing in the north, you're looking to the south, so heading towards south would be your relative north. If you're in the south, you're looking north, it'd be like
Okay, so basically the way the push is.
the way the push is, yeah.
Okay,
Essentially.
okay, so you're going to where your partner's gonna get pushed
Well,
into you,
yep.
basically.
Exactly.
And then if it's spread, if both bubble players are in the middle 2 rows, bind players are behind their partner by 1
Are we
square.
gonna do another run, or can I
We're
go
done
eat
for the night. Yeah.
stuff? Okay,
Otherwise, they just stand on their
I
bubble
guess see you
player.
guys. Wait, are
I'm
we
pretty
going
sure
tomorrow, or
it's the exact.
What was
Yeah,
it?
okay.
I was gonna
guess
ask
that
what we
makes
want to do
sense.
after. You want to take a minute?
are you gonna go again tomorrow, or what's the plan?
I would prefer just to run through all of the criterion runs to get our mount drops. If
Okay,
you guys
so
are
we
good
so
with
we are
janking
meeting
it.
tomorrow. Yeah,
And then
Just
we can
making
talk
sure.
about savage stuff once we're done with our little mount farm. If you guys want to.
Yeah, I don't want to do this again tonight.
No, not tonight. We don't
I'm
have
kind
any
of
time.
pissed off at it.
Let's be pissed off and come back tomorrow. And
I'm
see.
a little upset that I had the right solution, like the base solution. I just didn't think that a tether would have to go slightly south and I don't know, like and follow the fire like
I mean, it's
AoE.
just like timing. It's just there's no
I
way we
would-
would have known the
definitely-
timing. Like
It's a nerves and a
wanna-
timing thing. You gotta get used to it.
Yeah, I'm just oh man, I had the solution. It was just
like
so
you
good,
have
but
to
I'm-
know like where like how far the AoEs are going to have traveled at the time when the like you actually have to
Yeah.
break the chains
That was the only
in
reason.
order
that
to
kept
have
me
figured
from
out the right
agreeing
solution.
with
So
what
It's
you were
it's
saying.
based. What you can do is it's based on the
Just go.
color rotator too. So what I think about is if it's blue rotator, then that means I need to go down and around. If it's the red one, then I go straight out. That's just like personal solving it, because
yeah, no, like I said, like cause we were solving it blind. I had the right setup. I was like, okay, like in my setup, the animations go to the new north, aka the fire AoE that starts on the 2 colors that are safe and yada yada blah blah blah, and then the chains go east west, and then I just couldn't think like just breaking the chain. It was just like I didn't think of the solution of having one person dip slightly south and follow the AoE to be safe and to break the chain. I just thought that it's just not an elegant solution for it's solved. Like that's kind of like I mean I got the right setup, but I just got the wrong I don't know. Just didn't get
didn't
the
show
last
your
piece
work.
of the puzzle.
You
The
got
last
the
puzzle
right
piece
solution,
work.
but you didn't
I was
show
just
your
like,
work.
dang, oh well.
you
So
guys
it
want
was
a
a-
video, a guide. I posted one that does a really good job of explaining things.
I mean, I don't know. I think for
Runner.
the most part we got it. It's just a little sad. Like
Yeah.
I just do feel like the
it's an hour and 12 minutes.
the
I mean,
solution.
I would just skip to the parts you need.
No,
help
I mean
with.
for sure. Well, I mean,
Imagine somebody
surely
getting into
this,
this. You guys want to do the first Savage tier fight? Here's a 10-minute
I think
guide.
I
You want to
get
do the first
everything at this
Criterion
point, though,
dungeon?
but-
Here's
like,
an
I
hour
would-
and 12 minutes explanation.
I would avoid most other video guides though, because they just have terrible strats. Like Mr. Happy's guide, you know, it's like his week 1 strats. They're bad.
our strats line up with everything that's on here, so we'll probably keep everything that we're doing, if I'm being honest, except for we'll probably swap the last
last
thing
boss.
to what Banana had with the curve.
Well, we also
extra.
need to fix the missile mechanic too.
Oh, and we'll do
So
yeah. We'll
it's
fix
still
this
not working,
one.
but yeah.
Yeah, this one's not too bad. There's only 2 variations. You just need to know if it's tall triangle or stack triangles.
Yeah, I mean, we had like the safe spots figured out. It was just like, I think we had it right, except for the.
You
Oh.
should have seen the PF strat for this was different before, where the one on the left with the tall triangle had the enum go north, and chain 1 was where the enum is, and chain 2 was on the right there.
That's what we were trying
The
to do in the
problem
first
is
place.
more often than not, the safe spot is just like a pixel for
Yeah.
the chain
Yeah, that-
person.
yeah,
We
we-
sack
we-
Muriel
Crazy.
The thing is,
every
though, I
time.
feel like it's like.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess like yeah, it's not a good strat, but I feel like that's the that's the thing that makes sense when you look at it.
Yeah, this
But
is,
you
this
have,
is
like-
the strategy.
There's
right
too,
here.
But it
there's
just
too
doesn't
small.
work.
There's too small of a save spot on one side.
The strategy is one person goes to the weird spot, and
die.
you watch the party list. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's just like the most like it just makes sense to do it that way, but it just doesn't.
It's really not too bad to have the chains go north-south for that one. And
No,
the
I
enum
mean,
just has
it's-
to get used to finding the safe spot if it's on the left or the
Yeah,
right
I
based
mean,
on the bomb.
it doesn't seem like too terrible, but it
There's a
just, I
point-
just feel like from a perspective of trying to solve it, it's just not like the logical, like,
Yeah.
makes sense way of doing it. It's
There's a
just
point
like,
where I was
you
trying to
kind of
think
just
of,
know if you know.
how this
I think
fight.
that Square Enix just wanted to make it difficult for people.
Well, Kat, doesn't this fight works in sixths, right? Like where they have the.
And what?
In sixths, it's really hard to say. In 6 sections, right? As opposed to 8. Like we have 8 markers, but all the mechanics are a version of like 6 cylinders in the little gun mechanic.
Yeah.
Or this right here is like 3 big safe spots.
I mean, in this case, it's
So it feels
there's-
like you would actually do markers with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and resolve
Oh,
stuff
6.
around like that concept as opposed to 8 spread spots. And I put them down. I'm like, this feels like what they intended, but none of the solutions that we're looking at now, I don't think would match it.
Honestly, all the markers in a circle help sometimes for calling out what's north, so I would just leave it that
This
way.
is what we did them actually.
We did them
on
at the
outside.
wall. Yeah. So did we. That way you can be like, by 4 is north, you know, for like the present box and the dartboard 2 mechanics. That's the really only thing you need the markers
Yeah, but
for.
that's what I was trying to say. If you put them in the 6th quadrants or whatever, would they match up with some of the orientations for these? And that's where I'm not
no.
sure.
We just kind of
'cause
kept them in the...
in theory, instead of being like between D and 4, this would be exactly on 4.
I give
and
enough
D
markers
wouldn't
for all the
exist,
pie slices,
but-
though.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have like the cardinals on the side, and so it gets kind of awkward.
Nah, I would just leave your markers where they are.
Yep. Goofy.
dumb
Yeah.
fight.
A
Yeah.
crazy clear.
Actually, dumb fight.
Dub's a
The
dub.
chains thing, people think that the chains are like a bugged and that they shouldn't be that finicky, but they
I
never
think
fix
they
it, so I
need
guess that's
to-
intended.
I think they need to like ease it just a small bit.
Yeah, especially since the wall
it's,
is like
it's
not
near
quite the
impossible
wall
to do blind.
where you think you're standing, you know, off from the wall and it kills you. Like that's just stupid.
Yeah, we don't not
Yeah,
everyone
that
has
happened to
pixel
me
perfect.
several times actually. I'm not usually
Yeah.
one to be like, "Oops, I walked into the wall." Like, I mean, obviously it happens every
No,
only
the wall is
sometimes,
just
but-
bigger than what it looks like. It's
Yeah.
really stupid.
Goofy looking fight. This is a strat, believe it or not. All right. Well,
All right.
that's all I'm doing tonight. We'll be
Goofy.
back at it again tomorrow for trying out this new stuff a little bit on the last mechanics. We'll see how it
All
goes.
right.
Maybe I'll come to enjoy it.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hey, if you want to run Ronka and Savage after this later, because I know you're thinking about all the titles now, I think Mage and Brand both want to run it, if not everyone from your group does, FaZe.
Now I'm thinking about all the
Or
titles.
like
I don't
Mount
even know what the name
Saucon,
of the
am I
first
right?
one. I didn't even know the frickin' Sildin title. I don't even know if
You
I'm
can get
winning.
Epic Hero.
What's it called?
Epic Hero for all 3.
Oh, you get a title, Epic Hero?
Yep.
Oh,
For if you do all
shoot.
3 Savages.
Now I actually
you
want to
get
do it. That sounds pretty epic.
like can't get the title for themselves are like, it's a dumb title. I think it's cool.
Epic here. I mean,
I think it's a
kinda
dumb
silly.
title, but I think all the titles are dumb. So
I like it.
I think it's a dumb title not because it's dumb, but because it's a title.
Mm.
It's
No,
not
what we
just-
need is to
can't be
bring
bothered
back
doing things for a title.
emblems. I want emblems so that I can show people that I was a day one raider. You know? And strange coins.
Dude, what if
so
they
we
had
could
a
turn into emblems and
Black
loot.
Ops 2 emblem editor, and you could
Black Ops
could-
2.
you
With
could
the
like
little
get
paint
you could unlock like
stamps and stuff.
the pieces or whatever that you can
Yeah.
the shapes, I guess.
You get all the little stamps to
Holy,
throw on there.
that would
Bro,
go crazy.
Now you're cooking.
I would do stuff for that. I would do content to be able to make cooler emblems.
Yeah, you guys got the Aloalo stamp.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of silly. Be kind of goofy. I just want to have like really cool sound effects to my character, emblems, little name card stuff, special like outfit effects, glow effects. I want a crown if I cleared Savage that week to be above my character.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
throwback
How's
to
your commendations going, Face?
No one likes me.
how many have you got?
Don't you need like 3K to get
No,
inventory?
goodness, you need like 1,500, I think.
1,500? I think I'm at 1,000,
I'm at 705.
somewhere in there.
Chop chop.
Well, see, the thing is you have to play a female cat girl and you have to be a healer, and I don't do any of that.
That's true. That's true,
So
actually.
like, I'm actually throwing. Anyway,
Yeah, I tried to give you uwu text. You wouldn't use it.
I'm not gonna post uwu text. She gave me like things to macro into the party to say, "Hey guys, welcome. I'll be your healer."
Uwu.
Uwu.
No, it wasn't actually say uwu. It had like a emote, a cat emote, was it?
One of them had a cat on it. Thank you for party cat. I do actually have that one.
Hey, it's apparently very effective.
It's only effective because your name stays in the chat when somebody is able to
Exactly.
end the party.
People are all about that sappy hello stuff.
Are they? Is it
I'm gonna-
really? I
I'm
feel
gonna
like there's
say
like
get
for
good if
every
you guys
person that
die.
is, there's a person that like very much is not. I feel like it's like a like net neutral.
Oh, because the ones that don't care about the hello will give it to you because you're a healer. So then you get both.
Okay.
What if I
yeah,
say, hey
maybe
guys,
that-
I'm
maybe that's
farming
true.
commendations right now so I can better the Final Fantasy XIV community by helping people clear hard content. Please assist me in
They-
my journey.
It's pretty universally
They'll be like, no,
agreed
this
upon
person
that
said ooh.
asking for comms does not get you comms.
See, comms is dumb.
I would calm somebody if they ask.
To be fair, and I know this is
I don't
maybe a
calm
hot
people
take.
like in general, but if someone asks, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I should probably calm somebody, huh? I'll calm you.
Oh my gosh.
I try to give it to the DPS sometimes if they're not bad.
I'm dropping my stream. GG's. Be back tomorrow.